Greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be trying to recreate a dish that I had on our recent trip to Hawaii. It was one of my absolute favorite dishes, and it is for North Shore style garlic shrimp, also known as Kahuku shrimp. And we had it at Romy's, and it was absolutely fantastic. Romy's is a little shrimp prawn shack, and surrounding the stand there are ponds where they actually farm their shrimp and prawns, so you can't get any fresher than that. So yesterday I went to the Asian market and I saw some prawns with their heads on that looked really fresh, so I was inspired to recreate this dish. Now this dish is similar to shrimp scampi. You've got shrimp, you've got garlic, you've got butter, but what's different is this is served with 2 scoops of rice, and in this case what we got at Romy's, it was also served with a little piece of corn on the cob and a little salad. So let's go ahead and get started. Now I need my little torch thing, otherwise the fire's not going to go on. All right, lighter, where are you? I can't film this without fire. All right, I'm back. Turn this on. I'm heating up my pan here. I'm going to use some safflower oil here. And then I've got some clarified butter. Clarified butter is just butter that has the milk solids removed, and that's what burns. And we don't want this to burn. We're gonna add some more butter later. This is butter garlic shrimp after all. I've got a bowl of beautiful prawns. These have their heads on. They're nice and large and fresh. To clean these up, I used a serrated knife, a bread knife, and I sliced the back of the prawn, and I took out the digestive tract and then ran it under some cool water to make sure it was nice and clean. So I did that for all the shrimp. You want to keep the head on because that has some beautiful fat that will color our butter and our sauce and make it nice and red. So I've got about a half a head of garlic here. It's probably about 1.5 tablespoons of chopped garlic. We want it chopped small, but we don't want it minced because, again, we don't want it to burn because it'll be bitter. Okay, so this is nice and hot now. I'm gonna go ahead and add my prawns. Whoa! Now, it's best to make sure that your prawns are dry because that will happen. All right, so be careful, these will spatter. So to prevent some spattering, although these are spattering, I'm gonna go ahead and pat these dry a bit. They're killing me, stop it. Stop! How many is that? 6, 7. Oh my gosh, it's so dangerous. Okay, make sure you, 8. Okay, I'm gonna do 9 because I like 9. I'm gonna dry my prawn off. Okay. Now, don't get too close to this because it wants to attack you. I need sleeves. I guess I didn't dry my shrimp off well enough. So these have their shells on, and these are pretty large, so it's going to take a little bit of time for them to kind of cook up. I'm going to bring out the heavy guns. Yeah. This is why you have extra long chopsticks. Seriously. So this is making a mess. I've seen video footage of them cooking at Romy's, and they use woks, which makes a lot of sense because, you know, you've got all this spattering going on. I'm gonna flip, look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that color. So beautiful. Okay, to make this authentic, I would definitely recommend getting prawns with their heads on. Now, at this point, I'm gonna reduce the heat just a little bit. Now I'm gonna add my garlic. More oil and more butter. I'm gonna move the garlic over a little bit to the side so it doesn't burn. I wish you could smell this. Now, if you don't like garlic, you probably won't like this dish. But if you're anything like me, you will love this dish. Oh my gosh, look at that! Now, after that initial kind of sear, we don't need to have the flame up too high. Now, I'm gonna add a little splash of water to kind of sauce this up a bit. Kind of deglazes it and loosens things off the bottom. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. This is salt that I got from Hawaii. Do you see this beautiful red color? This is all attributed to the beautiful fat that's inside the prawn's head. So, in my opinion, if you're gonna make this dish, you have to get prawns with their heads on. Otherwise, you just won't get that color. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of white pepper. I'm gonna finish with a couple pats butter. Yep, this is garlic butter shrimp after all. That looks gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and plate this up. We're ready to eat. Got my white rice, got my little ear of corn. These greens actually came out of our garden. I'm just recycling that container. Got some mustard greens, got some romaine lettuce, purple kale. Oh, yes. Now, Romy's also served this with a little bit of a dipping sauce, but we didn't even use it. It didn't need it whatsoever. It was like a soy sauce base, but we didn't need that at all. It was just perfect the way it was. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. Oh, incidentally, I did not use all of that garlic. I used half of that garlic because I didn't use all that shrimp. Put some of that garlicky goodness right on top. Okay, I am dying to eat this. This looks absolutely spectacular, and it comes together so fast, quick, easy, beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna use my fingers, but I probably should have like something for the rice, right? Okay, let's see. Now I am armed, but I'm gonna go ahead and go in here with my impeccably clean fingers. Okay, just like crawfish or crawdads, you take off the head and you suck all that goodness out of there. Ah, ha ha. Briny, delicious, sweet, seafoody, rich, so rich. It's like natural seafood butter, so delicious. I'm gonna have some of that with the rice. I love this pairing of buttery, rich seafood with rice. Such a great compliment. The rice is soft and tender, and it just sucks up all of that buttery juice. So good. Okay, now for the shrimp. Since we butterflied and deveined it, it makes it really easy to peel. Just peel that off. You can also eat the shell if you like, but it's a bit much for me. And then we've got that beautiful shrimp right there. Here we go. Delicious. Absolutely scrum-diddly-umptious. You have to like garlic. You probably should like shrimp, but even if you don't like shrimp or prawns, definitely check this recipe out. It's delicious and so simple, easy to put together, but you must have fresh shellfish, particularly if you're using shrimp or prawns with their heads on. That's one of the reasons why they remove the heads, is that the shrimp tends to go bad faster because it has all that fatty, yummy goodness in it. So make sure they're fresh. You know it looks fresh by, number one, using your nose. If it smells, it's not fresh. These were previously frozen, and I could see that they were just thawing, so they had not been sitting out in the fish market for a long time. So I also knew that was a good indication that these were fresh as well. If you can get these as fresh as you can get them at Romy's, this would be even more delicious. I think that is the key to the dish being just so wonderful, is the freshness of the shrimp and prawns itself. They get them right out of the ponds, right behind the stand. This could be even garlickier. I only put in about 2 or 3 cloves of garlic, about half the amount of mine, because I didn't put all the shrimp in my pan because they didn't quite fit and they were kind of being a little bit, you know, volatile. So if you like garlic, add more garlic. Make this dish your own. It's really simple. It's all about making sure you got your heat under control and doing what you want it to do. And by the way, don't overcook your prawns. You are cooking this in a garlic sauce, so you're kind of being cautious in terms of the temperature anyways, but there's nothing worse than overcooked shellfish. These are perfect. They should have a nice little chew to them, but they shouldn't be rubbery or hard at all. So if you ever find yourself in Hawaii, I definitely recommend getting yourself some garlic shrimp. You can find it all over the islands. This example came from Oahu. We had Romy's, we had a couple others, and Romy's was my favorite, but there's also Giovanni's as well, which I think is a huge favorite among people as well. So yeah, get yourself some garlic shrimp or make it for yourself at home. Alrighty, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I hope you guys learned something. If you've missed my other Hawaii videos, be sure to check them out. I have a little playlist, lots of taste tests of island treats there. And yeah, please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media, like this video, and subscribe so you can watch more of these cooking recipes, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo, take care, bye! Salad. What's salad for when we got shrimp? Right? Yum, 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 yum.